Okay, I look a lot different because I am on my tablet. I'm trying something new. It's the first time. I need to be able to look at my phone instead of being on my phone, recording from my phone. But let's get into it because y'all know how I do. I get on here too long and I stay on here too long and then I'll be late for work. And I can't be late for work today because my boss's boss is there today. My supervisor is here today. So let's just get into South Park. They did not disappoint. South Park is unhinged. South Park is completely unhinged. And I know today Donald woke up mad. So did JD Vance, and so did Christy Noem. The way they did Christy was off the chain. First of all, they had her shooting a dog every scene that she was on, and then they made her face melt away every scene she was on. It was everything that I needed. It was so good. There is no way they are letting off of Donald's neck anytime soon. I believe that the entire season is going to be built just like this. I am here for it if they are. A lot of people have not watched South Park in a very long time. And now they are back watching it simply because they are the only ones who really have the balls to say anything about Donald Trump. Everyone is too scared to, not South Park. But I love how they did. Hold on, because the way that they did them, the way. Why does Christy look like this? There we go. That's a better look. Look, I'm trying to get it over. There we go. That's the best. That is how they got Christy Noem looking. And you know, Christy really is a pretty woman. She really is. But the way that they got her looking on here is accurate. And the character is ugly. I don't know how that works. How do they get it accurate and the character is ugly? And she's a pretty woman. I just could not get over it. But it was good, especially at the end when the face melts off and it scurries all around Mar-a-Lago. First of all, the counselor. The counselor went and came a part of ICE. All right, Mr. MK. What's his name, y'all? What's his name? MK. So they don't took him from his job. You know, they got to save money. They're cutting. They don't cut education, so they're cutting everywhere, right? So he loses his job. He's like, well, you got an $8,000 nut that you. And then they kept calling it a nut. And what's up, cuz? And then they kept calling it a nut. It made it even funnier. It made it even funnier that his money or how much money he need a month or spend a month or got his bills is a nut. I'm like, why are they doing this? Why are they like this? They is ignorant as hell. They really is. And so when he went to go sign up for ICE, it was like, oh, well, you get 12,000. Now this is this. But guess what? Your nut no went up to 12,000. Because you know, the more money you make, the higher your nut get. Oh my God, it makes sense now. That's fucked up. It makes sense. But the show was unhinged. And then not only that, they brung out JD Vance. And JD Vance, they made this small with a big ass head as big as my body, y'all. And I could not. I got, I said, why are they playing with him? Why are they doing him like that? I don't even think I got. Yes. Why they do that? Look at his little face. That is too much. They did not have to do that. But they did. And I'm glad that they did. Thank you for doing that. It was the best thing I ever needed to have. And then of course Carmen, I can't remember who he was betraying, but they got that haircut accurate as fuck. And they kept calling it master debating. And if you say it too fast, you know what it sound like. Thank you for the like, you know what it sound like, right? So whenever he was saying it and he was mad, he was saying really fast. So it sounded like You did not hear the D part in debating, but you definitely heard the master part and you heard the baiting part in debating. So if you take the D out, what you got? Think about it. If you take the D out, you know what? I made my own self laugh. Let me stop. All in all, I will give this episode a 9 out of 10. I will give it a 9 out of 10. Only because they didn't make fun of Donald Moore. And but I guess you gotta spread the wealth and get other people pissed off. So I can't wait to see who's next. Honestly. I mean, they have to do Elon. They have to do Elon. They have to still. They must do Elon. I want them to do Elon. I would love for them to see how they would make Mitch McConnell look. And I hope they do some ups for the Democrats. And, we get Jasmine Crockett on there, talking shit. But here is my thought. And I'm going to have to share this with South Park. And anybody who sees this, don't take my idea, but please tell South Park that I had this idea. I'm going to need South Park to do a whole entire episode, the roast of Donald Trump. And I need them to get all of the characters together and roast the hell out of him on South Park. I mean, they need to get a Stephen Colbert character, a Jimmy Kimmel character, a Jasmine Crockett character, the whole entire oversight committee character, everybody, Barack, Michelle, Biden, even Hillary can bring her crooked ass, and bring Clinton, and bring Bill too if you want to. The more the merrier at this point. But the roast of Donald Trump South Park way, or South Park episode, the roast of Donald Trump, baby, do you know that would go down in the history of one of the best. So next week, South Park is having a marathon on Wednesday, and it's counting down to the first episode, and it's going to have outtakes and bonus scenes and all that from the first episode that we've never seen before. So I don't know what time that marathon starts, but it is going to be on Wednesday, so I'm sure I'm probably going to start around, earliest about 10 to 10, because it comes on at 10 at night, so I probably think it might come on at 10 in the morning, however it goes, but it's going to be a whole lot of episodes, and they're going to show the bonuses and all of that. So that's going to be the bomb. But 9 out of 10 for South Park. Now, what else are we here to talk about? Let's talk about last night. I watched the challenge. We're going to save Big Brother for last. So, right now it is the vets versus the newbies. That's how I'm calling them. So last night, it was crazy. It gave me a lot of good nostalgia. We had a fight that had nothing to do with the game. We've got a big, huge guy crying his eyes out over a bra that's not even his. And we had a really, really good elimination game between the girls. It was a girls' night last night, and it was between, at the end of it, Blue was picked to go against America, or America was picked to go against Blue, one of the two. It was Blue who was at the bottom, I believe, and they picked America because Blue lost with Derek. And that was the thing, because Blue was with the other Derek before, and she was hoping that she would be better with this Derek. She's like, I hope this is an upgrade from that Derek to this Derek. And no, Boo, it wasn't, because you was with that Derek and you lost, and then you got put in the pit, and then you went home. Yeah, so Blue lost and went home. Was it Blue lost? Yeah, Blue lost and went home. She was doing good at first, though. Blue was on it. She was getting all of them things. They had to go through this laser thing. You had to get touched by the laser as many times as possible, 3 rounds. One person was the offense, one was the defense, then it switched up. Blue at the end just had too much going on, and she just basically gave up. She basically gave up and was just like, I can't do no more, and let America win. So America's still in the game. And it's crazy because, America and Blue are both from Big Brother, and I love that. But I really wanted Blue to stay. I wanted Blue to stay. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted Blue to stay, but she didn't. She didn't get done what needed to be done. And so she went home. But this thing with Will, big manly self, just crying over D because D is getting in good with Bananas. Johnny Bananas will take your girl. He will. And Johnny actually do seem smitten with D. Like, I ain't seen Johnny actually like a girl like this in a long time. Honestly. He is doing a lot. I haven't seen Johnny like a girl like this in a long time. So when they is canoodling and everything on the couch or the chair, you've got Will crying uncontrollably. Like, ugly crying. And he's just going on, oh, how could she do this to me type of deal. And everybody around him is trying to tell him, like, dude, this is not your girl. Y'all hooked up at the hotel before we came, and that was that. And I don't know, because I haven't seen it, and even Dee has said it herself. There was nothing she ever said or done or even acted like to make him feel that this was more than what it was. Now, a girl, we are more inclined to get emotional and get a little bit of attached once we've went to bed with a man. Not D. And I think that is what Bananas is kind of attracted to. She's like the female version of him. And so, and she's already got herself in the mix and shit in the house, just like he does. She really is a female version of him. She honestly is. She really, really is. And I hope she goes far. I want her to go far. I'm ready for some newbies to get some accolades here because we have been seeing the same vets on the show for years. We've getting new people come in, but nothing's really stick to where we're like, okay, they are someone, a force to be reckoned with. They can become a vet at some point. No newbies in the past couple of years have come to be a vet that we really care for. So, I like Olivia. She's one. But as far as the men, I'm still trying to figure it out. But just last night's episode was good. It really gave me the nostalgia of old The Challenge. The newbies did not come to play this season. I will say that. They look like they are ready to take over. These vets better watch out because these newbies did not come to play. They is about to come learn the game and take over the game. And the way that TJ has it this year, they are switching partners after every single game. Every single challenge, they get a new partner. They're doing that again. So I feel at some point, TJ's going to flip it, and I wonder if it's going to be the vets versus the newbies. It has to come to a point where that's going to happen, I feel. Because the way that the trailer went for the season, you can see that the newbies are actively talking about the fact that they want to take over and they want to take them out. I feel that they can only talk like that if the newbies and the vets are put against each other. Just saying. But it's interesting to see that, Leroy is back again. He said that he wasn't going to come back no more. He was done with it. He quit it. He's done. But here he is. He's back again. And God, I just want him to get far. I need him to at least get to the final. I just need him to win one. Just one. And I wonder if Killer Cam will ever come back. She taking care of them babies while he over here trying to get this dough, and I understand that. But maybe he could take a season off and she could come back. Because Killer Cam came back after she had the first one. And she didn't kill it as much as she did before she had the kids. And I always wondered, did she want to go back and, prove herself again that she is still Killer Cam? And I would love for that to happen. But y'all seen the new video of her and Leroy? She don't cut her hair. I don't know if she locked it or cut it and got the wet set waves, but it looks good, girl. It looks good. It looks good. Now let's talk about Big Brother. Big Brother! Woo! It is already so good. And usually this is when it just starts getting good. But Big Brother is good already. So, can we talk about the fact that Mickey absolutely messed up this HOH? You absolutely messed up this HOH, Mickey. Because look at here, honey. You could have had the ultimate segment in your resume to say that you hijacked someone's HOH, put them on the block, and sent them home. Nobody would ever be able to say that in the history of Big Brother, I don't think. And if you could have done one better, you could have put Catherine on the block too instead of Jimmy. Why did you put Jimmy up? Why did you put Jimmy up? I don't understand it. I feel for you to use your power, Mickey, you should have done a lot more with it. You should have put up Catherine next to Riley or anybody who would have been a number for Riley, and you should have got Riley out. You actually think Riley isn't going to come for you? You actually think Riley isn't going to come for you? And if he don't come for you, he's going to send someone else to come for you. I don't understand. And then when she got into it with Ashley was trying to tell her, like, Mickey, do you not realize this is Big Brother? Jimmy doesn't owe you anything anymore, regardless if he says it or not. But if you want to believe him, that is so your thing. But the moment that Mickey does something wrong in Jimmy's eyes, he don't have no resistance to say, oh, well, she did this to me. I might as well put her up. Do you know how quickly those type of things fade when you do something? And the way that you are talking about everybody in your alliance, you and Morgan are talking about First of all, can I just pause real quick? Because why my sister is devoted to letting me know every day and reminding me every day that Morgan is shaped like Shamar. I am done. Hear me out. Of course, she ain't like him, but it's a couple of things. It be the way she be standing, looking, and then my sister will send me these pictures, and damn it, she do look like she built like Shamar. Now, I don't feel, well, she ain't, but she is built like, now I ain't built like nothing. Like, my build is busted. So I'm going to talk about somebody else's build, yes. Morgan, and the fact that she want to call herself a model, I would not. Just because you're skinny don't mean it, boo. Just because you're skinny don't mean you got a nice body. I don't understand it. But she, I forgot the point that I was making. Yes, I do. Yeah. Her and Mickey are going in talking about everybody on their alliance in the HOH house. They do have HOH-itis. Is going around. Is being talked about. And Mickey and Morgan are not liked a lot this week. I'm sure that they are not the most popular on the poll list this week. They are just not. But Ashley, she is completely grown on me. Completely, absolutely. And I even like her lipstick. I want her lipstick. I want that. I need that. Yes. But tonight, it looks like if Kelly wins the blockbuster, then it looks like Jimmy will be going home. I prefer for Jimmy to win the blockbuster. I just need a switch up. Because even though I don't want Kelly to leave, I don't want her. I just want Jimmy to win the blockbuster because I know if Jimmy doesn't, he's gonna go home, and I'm not ready for him to go home yet. He didn't do nothing wrong, really. He's playing the game too. And Mickey, her reasoning just don't make sense. And I wish more than Ashley would have the the balls to tell Mickey that her sending Jimmy home, her alliance on her own HOH isn't cute. And not only that, it's not going to look good for who she wants to work with in the future if this doesn't pan out. You know, because I feel that the mirror is broken. Even though it was put back together, you can still see the cracks between Mickey and Ashley. You know, they made up or whatever, but Mickey still wants Jimmy out. She's still not seeing that this is not good for her game. Not right now. Jimmy, see, when stuff like this happens, Mickey, you're supposed to still stay with your alliance, but Jimmy would be the first person you pick off when it's just your alliance left. Or you use him, you give him up for whatever. You could have used that a little bit more. And I really hope that at some point she comes to terms and realizes that that was wrong. And I want her to actively say it out loud. And I want her to actively say it to Ashley. And I want her to actively apologize when she realizes that she was wrong. Because this is the wrongest move ever. Ever. And I hope that she realizes that sooner than later. Now let's talk about who could be HOH this week. Riley is still able to play. Because he wasn't HOH, he's still able to play and become HOH again. What does that look like? It is Keanu still enemy number one in the house. It seems like it. But Keanu keeps winning these bad boys too. I would like to see a switch in the house because the same people have been going on the block. So I would like a switch. I just need Ashley and Rachel and Will and Ava to be safe right now. I would love to see an Ava HOH. I would love to see a Will. I would love to see all of four of them have an HOH. But on the other side, I wouldn't mind. Who wouldn't I mind seeing an HOH on the other side? I don't think Zach. Zach can have an HOH, but Zach is sitting pretty right now. I don't think Zach would want to win HOH because then he would have to show his cards. Because if you remember, he was, trying to put Ashley in Riley's ear because he knew that Mickey had it. He wanted Mickey to be HOH. Yeah. So I definitely don't want Vinny. Definitely don't want Riley, Catherine, or Lauren. Those four I definitely don't want to win HOH. Keanu. Gosh. I can't have him win HOH either because he's going to put my girls up. Apparently, I've chosen the side. But I feel that if he stays and Rachel stays, at some point, him and Rachel are going to really, really work together. Because I feel like they want to, and I feel like they should. But they're just not on the same side, and it just is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. All right. But that's all I got. But what else is going on since I am here? What we got going on? Sarah Jessica Parker, she is about to try to go and get a spinoff for And Just Like That. Baby, let it go. It's over. Nobody wants this anymore. And I'm surprised that you do. I really, really am. Oh, this just in. The New York Times has obtained previously undisclosed images and descriptions of the interior of Jeffrey Epstein's Manhattan townhouse. Is there anything with Trump in there? That's all we care about at this point. I'm just going to read down the list. What time is it? 12:06. Okay, I got 10 minutes, so let's just read what's going on in the world. Okay, what's this? We got Todd Chrisley reacts to gay rumors and claim he had intimate relations with man during marriage to Julie Christie. If I had effed him once, he'd have come back for sex. You know what, Todd? I'm not even messing with you. I am shocked, and I'm trying to figure out how and where. When did Todd Chrisley and Candy Burris become besties? Because she's out here advocating for him, happy for him that he got a part in this stuff, and I saw that she got backlash for it. When did she become besties with him? Just trying to figure that out. What else we got going on? Happy heavenly birthday to Gangsta Boo. Today is her birthday. Hmm. Um. And it says it's on site, right? Because who wouldn't use city money to book themselves a gig? Stockton Vice Mayor Jason Lee accused of using 50K in city funds for a wilding out event he started. Oh, come on, Jason Lee. Are you really messing up already? You're lying. No way. Not Jason. Jason would never do such a thing. Do y'all realize where Jason came up from? Do y'all realize how Jason was back in the day? Before he got before he lost the weight and he was unhappy with himself? Yeah, then. Sorry, good times then. Superman joins ICE, y'all. Yes, former Superman star Dean Cain. Yes, sir, Dean Cain, sir. He has joined ICE and he is telling everyone else that they need to be joining too. It's so great. It's the wonderful job. It's wonderful. What else we got going on? Kevin Federline releasing deeply personal memoir. You thought you knew. Look, we is not about to have you bashing Britney because we know that's all you about to do because that's your only claim to fame, ho. Who else we got? How to rap like Rashida challenge is trending. Are you serious? Why is y'all messing with Rashida? Leave Rashida alone. Thank you for the second like, whoever that was. What else we got going on? Y'all do remember this, right? Remember back in the day before we had the internet and things? I want to know this. Did y'all believe it? When everyone was saying that Marilyn Manson was the dude from Wonder Years. I ain't gonna lie. I used to think that also. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, y'all, they don't diss the HBO, the BET and the Soul Train Awards. Both of them. Both of them. The person who did that, weren't they done by the same people? Maybe that could be why. I'm not sure. But weren't they? Because it's quite yeah, because the same guy said that it's done for both of them. Yeah, the CEO came out and said it. That's right. So that's why. But I wonder why they decided to do this. Now, for me, I will say this. I haven't watched the Soul Train Awards or the BET Awards in about 3 or 4 years. I'm just not into the new music that's out. I listen to the old stuff. And unless they have it like a commemorance or a award for someone for who's been in the game long enough that I did like them, I'm not checking for the awards anymore. However, the fashion, absolutely. I love talking about the fashion, but I no longer was interested in watching the show. When they would say, oh, the awards are coming on, the BET Awards, we've got Lil this, Lil that. I don't know no more Lils. If you got Lil in front of your name, I cannot listen to you anymore. No, I barely listen to Lil Wayne anymore. And I think that's Lil Kim is the only one that still got my respect, I think. I don't mess with no more Lils. Lils are done. If you coming out and you put Lil in front of your name, I automatically think you're garbage. Period. Straight up garbage. But it's messed up that the awards aren't coming on anymore. Like, really, really? Really, really? Um, what else is happening? Has everyone seen the trailer for him starring Marlon Wayans? That looks good. And I'm trying to figure out how y'all can make football and horror at the same time, but you did. So I might want to check that out myself. Someone said Someone said, I honestly wonder what Jordan Peele will do when he runs out of pronouns to name his movies. Us, them, him. You right. That's funny. He do got it. And I ain't seen none of the movies. I feel bad. Um, I gotta send this to Freddie. Check out for the first trailer for the Office spinoff, The Paper. No, I'll save it and let him see it when I get to work. Since we work together today, I'll show him when we get to work. If y'all don't know, Freddie is my favorite co-worker at work, my bestie, my stepchild. Freddie is step black. All right, just so you know. I got that from this dude on TikTok. He's a teacher. He be talking about his student be coming in talking about he's step black because his mama dating wearing a black man, I guess. And yeah, it's just hilarious. So I be having fun with it. Okay, I got to get out of here. Erica Banks arrested for having a stolen pew pew at the airport and later released. Her attorney says she had no idea the weapon was stolen. What? If it ain't yours, then it's stolen. You know what? We're gonna have to pray for this woman. Chantel Tom Jones learned that she has hired well-known attorney, the Fly lawyer, formerly known as Jackie Patterson. He gave Jones the following statement. It is our contention that when she was caught with this weapon, she had no idea it was stolen. So she is not guilty of any offense. And once we get to court on this case, my job is to make sure this never becomes a part of her criminal history and to have these charges dismissed. Girl, how you not know if you knew it wasn't yours, right? You knew it wasn't yours, right? I'm just trying to figure this out. I'm going to have to do this lawyer higher up because my profile is not right. I need to go up more. I'm too big to be having my camera too low. JD Vance has reacted to his South Park debut. All he said was, well, I finally made it. A complete ass of yourself. All right? You know you mad, but he ain't gonna let us know he mad. But you know he mad. You know he mad, right? You know he mad, right? Oh yeah, Mark Agnifilio out here, doing interviews and reviews and all of this for his favorite client, Diddy, the diddler, who thinks he's about to get out tomorrow like he acted. But Diddy's attorney shares that the mogul wants people to know and his plans following his release. This man plans to basically go back to selling out Madison Square Garden, hopping and jumping along the way across the screen still. And of course, probably having a freak off afterward. Young Miami, stay away. If you do not stay away, you are going to be victim number 25,000. All right? You got out just in time. He went in just in time, basically. Because your contract of the love bombing was just about up. And you was going to have to put in work. Please don't go back to this man if he gets out. This man cannot get out. Trump got too much shit on his plate. He do not need to be thinking about Diddy, who totally messed him up when he was trying to run back in the day. You already know that, remember that. So I feel like Trump ain't gonna let that happen. But you never know. You never know. You really just don't. Okay. Oh yeah, so we've got the release of the show's season 4 Special Forces. We got Jussie Smollett on there. What? Also going to be on there is Teresa Gudice with her daughter Gia. Cody from Sister Wives is going to be on there. We've got Who else do we have on that show this season? And I've never watched Special Forces ever. But I might want to watch this year. So we got Teresa, Gia, Eva from um Housewives, Brittany Cartwright from Vanderpump Rules in the Valley, Jussie, like I just said. Who else that I know that I care about? That's it. I don't really know anyone else, but I know all of these faces. So this looks like a good season that it's going to be. I don't know what happens on the show or anything of the such, but I just might have to at least check it out and see if it's something that I want to start getting into. You know how that goes. But uh-oh. Tisa Judge Aaron is not playing with Diddy, and baby, we love to see you. Y'all hear? Yeah, I'm listening to Tisa. She just went live and she well, not live, but she just dropped a video and it says that the judge warns if you back Diddy, you'll be publicly named and shamed. Oh, they ain't playing. The judge says if you back Diddy, you will be publicly shamed and named. Hold on, this Mama Dukes. Hello? It's good. Yeah, it's good. All right. Okay. No, Mom, making sure everything was right in the house because I don't know what was going on, but the air was not kicking in. And she was hot and sweating. And so I went and looked and I turned it down and it still wasn't doing nothing. I'm like, oh no, I know we ain't messed up the air again because we just got it fixed. It just broke down and just got it fixed. But we good. Okay, like I said, my supervisor is in the building today. So I got to make sure my black ass is at my black job on time, not black people time. So I got to get out of here. I hope y'all cats and kittens have a beautiful day. Tonight is the live eviction, and I need anything in this world to happen. I need anything in this world to happen to where the votes flip and Riley goes home tonight. Riley goes home tonight, and either Rachel, Ashley, Will, Ava get HOH. That is my dream. With that, I will let you cats and kittens have a beautiful Thursday, and I will see y'all on the other side. Love.